Hi, everyone. The best ideas that we get for improving prime seller leads come directly from our clients. We take your feedback and suggestions very seriously, and this new feature that we're rolling out today is one of those times. It's an absolutely fantastic new feature, I think, that will really help all of you better understand exactly where your leads are coming from and actually see it in a graphical interface on a map. So what we call this is the lead location summary map. So let me show you how it works. So you have your regular lead summary screen where you can break it down um, by day, week, month, or any sort of custom date range of your choosing. So basically what we have here is this is all of the leads for this test site, which is a demo site for this month. So this has typically been the way that all of you would see how all of your leads came in. We now have the option where we can actually see all of these leads on a map and actually see how they're spread around in your certain area and your market of where you work. So there's two ways that we can do this. The first way is that we can go up here to reports and we can just click on where it says lead location summary map. The second way is directly from your lead summary screen here, you've got two new orange icons all the way on the right side. The first one is if you'd like to come back to this screen right here and see your leads in a list, you would click this one. And if you want to see your lead location summary on a map, you would click this icon right here. So let's go ahead and do that. So what we have now is we're actually seeing a graphical interface on the map of all of our leads for the date range of June 1st, June 30th. So for this month, for the month of June 2014. We can change that date range, and it's also listed right here is our date range. We can change that date range by just clicking on this green date range icon right here, and we can go ahead and choose today, yesterday, the last 7 days, the last 2 weeks, the last month, last 3 months, or we can actually choose a custom range to use. But for our purposes for this video, let's just stick with this month. So now we're actually able to see our leads clustered. And clustered just means it's showing us them grouped together, where we can then zoom in on them. So let's focus in on the Las Vegas area where there's been 52 new leads. So we go ahead and we click on it, and it just starts to zoom us in. And then we see another cluster. So it starts to break it down per area. So I'm going to go ahead now, click on it again, click on the 29, and we're just going to keep zooming in. All right, now we start to see we actually have one of our properties, but here that's designated by this red pin. But let's keep drilling in. Okay, so now we actually start to see the spread of where the leads are on the map. So if we go ahead and mouse over or actually click on one of these red pins, we'll see the actual lead information. Or if you don't want to go ahead and click on it, again, you can just mouse over and it will show you the exact same information. So it'll just show you nice and quick if you go ahead and mouse over it. So we can go ahead now and we can zoom out. And then we get back to our clusters again. So if we have a particular area here where we have a couple properties and we really want to zoom in farther, we can go ahead and do that. You can zoom in as far as you'd like down to the neighborhood level as well. So what this really does is it gives you more information for working your leads. It lets you know how your advertising and your targeting of your advertising, whether it be geographic targeting or even demographic targeting inside of that geographic area, how it's working, and it now lets you visualize it. So it's very powerful. So again, this was a great idea by one of our users that I really appreciate, and I know that this is going to be very valuable for everyone. So again, I just want to show you one more time that if you want to break it down by day range, we just go ahead, we click this here. So now why don't we choose the last 3 months? Okay, so it's going to show us the last 3 complete months. And then here's our map. And once again, we can start drilling in. We just click on the clusters, and you choose the cluster that you want to drill down on. Okay, and this really now starts to give us a visual representation of what's going on, and you can see that there's quite a bit of activity in this particular area. Now, if we want to go back to the list view, all we have to do is just click on this icon right here, and it's going to show us for that exact same date range, it's going to now show us the leads in a list. And now here we can see that in the list format, we have all of our leads for that exact same date range. Now, if you go to your CRM and you choose a certain date range, let's say this week's leads, and if you're still on the map at that point, all you have to do is up here in the right-hand corner, if you happen to still be on the map for that date range, all you would have to do is just go ahead, and after it loads, you would just go ahead and click on this orange icon that will show you in the leads list. It'll show you then the view as leads in a list. So hopefully all of you find that this is a great feature that you want to use. If you have any feedback whatsoever on it or any other great ideas that you'd like to share with us on how to make this feature better, please let us know.